What if I told you there are places on Earth so dangerous, stepping into them could be your last mistake? From extreme heat, to freezing death, to mysteries that can make you disappear without a trace, these aren't just places, they are death traps. Today, we're counting down 3 of the deadliest places on Earth. And trust me, number 1 will shock you. What if I told you there's a mountain that looks completely harmless, but can freeze you to death in under an hour? Welcome to Mount Washington, one of the deadliest places on Earth. Located in New Hampshire, this mountain stands at just over 6,000 feet. Not that tall, right? But don't let its size fool you. Mount Washington has some of the most extreme weather conditions on the planet. In 1934, wind speeds here reached a terrifying 231 miles per hour, faster than most hurricanes. Temperatures can drop below degrees Celsius, and with the wind chill, it feels even worse. In conditions like that, a human can freeze to death in minutes. And the scariest part? The weather doesn't give warnings. One moment the sky is clear, the next, you're trapped in a violent snowstorm with blinding winds and zero visibility. No time to react, no easy way out. Many hikers have made the mistake of underestimating this mountain. It looks simple, almost inviting. But that illusion has cost people their lives. Even experienced climbers have been caught off guard by how fast conditions change up here. Rescue teams face serious risks too, because once the mountain turns, it becomes nearly impossible to fight against it. So why is Mount Washington so deadly? It sits at the intersection of multiple powerful weather systems. Cold air rushing down from the north collides with warmer air from the south, while strong jet streams crash overhead. All of that energy meets right here, creating a perfect storm of chaos. It may not be the tallest mountain in the world, but it's one of the most dangerous. Because on Mount Washington, nature doesn't just test you, it tries to destroy you. So the question is, would you dare to climb it? What if I told you there's a place on Earth so hot, so dry, and so unforgiving that it can literally cook a human alive? Welcome to Death Valley, one of the deadliest places on the planet. Stretching across eastern California and into Nevada, Death Valley is part of the vast Mojave Desert. At first glance, it looks like a breathtaking landscape, endless salt flats, towering sand dunes, and rugged mountains glowing under the sun. But beneath that beauty lies a brutal environment that pushes human survival to its absolute limit. Death Valley holds the record for the hottest air temperature ever recorded on Earth, an unbelievable 7 degrees C or 134 degrees F, measured at Furnace Creek. And that's just the air temperature. The ground itself can reach temperatures hot enough to fry an egg or burn skin within seconds. Step outside unprepared, and your body immediately begins to fight a losing battle. Sweat evaporates almost instantly in the dry desert air, leaving you with no way to cool down. Within minutes, dehydration sets in. Your heart rate rises. Your body temperature climbs dangerously high. Without water or shelter, heat stroke can take hold in less than an hour, and once it does, survival becomes a race against time. But the danger of Death Valley isn't just the heat, it's the isolation. This is one of the driest places in North America, receiving less than 2 inches of rainfall a year. Water sources are extremely rare, and the vast, open terrain can disorient even experienced travelers. If you get lost here, there are no easy escape routes, just miles of relentless desert in every direction. Even vehicles aren't safe. The extreme heat can cause engines to overheat, tires to burst, and fuel systems to fail. Every year, tourists underestimate the environment, venturing off-road or hiking during peak heat, and some never make it back. The valley earned its terrifying name during the California Gold Rush, when pioneers attempting to cross the desert faced deadly conditions. Many suffered from dehydration, starvation, and exhaustion. Legend says that as one group finally escaped, a survivor looked back and said, "Goodbye, Death Valley." The name stuck, and the warning remains. Yet despite its deadly reputation, life still exists here. Specialized plants and animals have adapted in incredible ways, surviving in conditions that would kill most living things. But for humans, Death Valley is a constant reminder that nature doesn't need storms or predators to be dangerous. Sometimes, all it takes is heat. Today, Death Valley National Park attracts thousands of visitors every year. People come for the stunning views, the silence, and the thrill of standing in one of the most extreme environments on Earth. But make no mistake, this is not a place you challenge lightly. Because in Death Valley, the sun isn't just shining, it's hunting. What if I told you there's a lake that can turn animals into stone? Welcome to Lake Natron, one of the most haunting and deadly places on Earth. Located in northern Tanzania, near the border with Kenya, Lake Natron looks almost otherworldly. But that eerie beauty hides a deadly secret. Lake Natron is one of the most alkaline bodies of water on Earth. Its pH can rise as high as 10.5, nearly as corrosive as ammonia. The water is rich in sodium carbonate and other minerals, many of which come from nearby volcanic activity, especially from Aldoinio Lengai, an active volcano that continuously feeds the lake with alkaline ash. Temperatures in the lake can soar up to 60 degrees C, hot enough to burn skin. Combined with its extreme alkalinity, the water can cause severe chemical burns to animals that come into contact with it. For most creatures, stepping into Lake Natron is a death sentence. And then comes the most chilling part. Animals that die in or near the lake don't simply decay. Instead, their bodies are preserved, almost perfectly. The same chemicals that make the water deadly also act as natural preservatives, calcifying the remains. Over time, these animals appear frozen in time, like stone statues. Photographs taken by Nick Brandt brought global attention to this phenomenon, showing birds and bats eerily positioned as if they were still alive, but completely petrified. It's both fascinating and deeply unsettling. But despite its deadly nature, Lake Natron is also home to life, specifically millions of flamingos. Incredibly, lesser flamingo thrive here. The lake's extreme conditions keep predators away, making it a surprisingly safe breeding ground. The flamingos feed on algae that flourish in the salty, alkaline water, turning danger into survival. Still, for humans, Lake Natron remains a place of extreme caution. The combination of heat, chemical burns, and isolation makes it one of the harshest environments on Earth. It's a place where beauty and death exist side by side, where life adapts in impossible ways, and where one wrong step could be your last. Because at Lake Natron, nature doesn't just kill, it preserves.